I don't know. I don't know how you could still, how you could see this and be in New York and still vote for Democrats.
And still vote blue? Because
I just don't know how you can do it.
Because Republicans are racist, bro. That's why. That's all that matters.
You're right, because it's their shtick.
Yep.
They have to, which, again, we're going to get to, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just get to it now. Because this is actually the exact example of the shtick. So, Louis C.K., which is an example of a one of those, you know, really smart, dumb motherfuckers. That's what Louis C.K. is. And that's his liberalism. So, like I said, their shtick is struggle. We have to struggle so we can continue fighting.
Right.
And really, it's just to get money at the end of the day. But this is Louis C.K.'s take on the border. And this is what I mean.
But my feeling is they should open it, the border, and just let them pour in, let everybody pour in, and then the answer, which is, well, then there'll be all these problems. Yes, there should be. It shouldn't be so great here, is what I'm saying, in America. It shouldn't be. It's a weird thing to sequester a certain group of people and try to keep upping their lifespan and their lifestyle, and just keep trying to increase that for this group of people, and then this pressure of people trying to come in so they can enjoy it, and then it gets worse and worse down here. I mean, I'm not Canada. It's really just from down here. There's something wrong with that. That's not a system that's working, and it forces people to do cruel things to others.
You know, let's stop it there, and then we'll come back. But this is that stupid communist, socialist fucking horseshit where it's...
We gotta burn it down to build up, brother.
Not even just that. The more successful that we are as Americans means that somebody else somewhere is suffering because we're doing good.
Yes.
That's the way they think.
That's terrible.
They're retards. But you ask any of them to make that connect. Tell me how, like, me having a fucking Android phone is, well, I guess maybe there's a kid putting it together.
Yeah.
That might be the problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's corporations. That's not necessarily, well, corporations and Democrats.
Listen, what do you want me to do? You want me to make a phone because some kid lost his hand? Hey, this is the world that we live in, bro.
Yeah, but it's not just America that's benefiting from that.
Everybody is.
Yeah.
Everybody is. Sad to say, it's happening, but how am I supposed to stop that?
This is the way you stop it. You make them manufacture them in America.
Oh, that's going to cost too much money.
That's what I'm saying.
What the fuck?
I don't know if you can make the manufacturer.
Every year, an iPhone drops for about MSRP $1,800, maybe $2,000 if you get the worst.
You got it
if it's made in America, you're paying $8,000 for that iPhone. 1,000%.
No. You got to incentivize the companies to be in America.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what the full on solution is. But that's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean that like we don't need iPhones to fucking survive.
No.
We had phones, or we didn't even have phones at one point. We fucking made it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just doesn't exactly compute that way. It's a stupid way of thinking.
Either way, what he's saying is about us doing too good. It has to be horrible here. Like, first of all, that's coming from a standpoint of somebody who has touched the amount of money that more than half, 1% of this country will ever see. You know what I mean? Like, he's in the top echelon of earners. So as a top earner, I don't understand how he can look and say, well, no, I do understand, because he's looking through rose colored glasses. His life is great. So he thinks that it needs to be shit. It makes him feel... look at the regular person and think the regular person's life is cool, but he may be going through some shit.
It's because he feels bad for being successful. It's like white guilt.
They give your money away. I'll take it. Yeah. The fuck?
But then it's also a really like narcissistic kind of point of like, I don't want to be Louis C.K. I like to get pussy. This guy's fucking...
Jerking off.
Pussy. That's all he
jerking
talks
off
about
on-
is not getting pussy.
Jerking off on cardigans and shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to trade lives with him, even though he's way richer than me.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
He has a shit life. Well,
It's a sad life.
sad life. Yeah, sad life. Sad life.
Yeah.
Um,
My point is that Louis C.K. being successful doesn't mean that he oppressed somebody because he's rich. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same argument of the reason we need to abolish billionaires is what fucking AOC says. How the fuck do you do that?
you just not want people to reach that amount of money. You wouldn't want to be a billionaire.
Put a salary cap on life.
That's weird.
It's the only way you can do that is to steal their money and distribute it to other people.
So how much is AOC being paid?
Oh, well, that's the grift, is that they actually take a bigger chunk than they distribute.
Oh,
to
fuck.
everybody.
If
You
they
think
get
that
back all the billions, everybody could be thousandaires.
They go, let us be in charge of the money, and then we'll distribute it equally. Let's continue with Louis C.K.
People, there's a lot of people that die so Americans can be safe. They're just dying, weddings that are drone bombed in Yemen because a guy said something that might have resulted in American insecurity. Not even like definite American deaths, but like just so we can breathe a little easier. Folks die. And folks do labor in unsafe places so that we can keep the prices where we like them. There's so much about American life that other people pay for. That's part of it. But also, it's not good for us either. It's not a good way to live in a gated community, If you let folks pour in, like any other wave, it'll kind of slosh. And then things will be different. I don't know, what'll really happen? A bunch of people, will they just come with knives and start killing everybody? I don't think so.
That's exactly what happened, actually. That's what's happening right now in fucking, France and Europe in general.
I mean, fun fact, there was a...
Did you see the island in, Italy, I think?
I did see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're being
Taken
overrun.
over by Africans.
They're being overrun, yeah. There's, remember, I don't know if you guys saw that prison break story that happened maybe a week ago. There was a guy who escaped from a prison in Pennsylvania, I think.
I don't think I saw this.
He was an immigrant from Brazil, and he had murdered somebody in Brazil and came to America, and he just kind of stayed. And then he stabbed his girlfriend about 18 times.
Jesus.
And was convicted for it and then escaped prison.
Only 18? Little lazy fuck.
There has to be. Is there a button for that? There has to be a button for that. Jesus Christ.
Oh, boy.
The Joker don't play that, baby.
You should get the...
You're going
I'm just kidding, ladies. You know I love you. You should get that tag. You need that.
He stabbed his girlfriend 38 times. That's what I meant.
Oh, was it 38?
It sounded.
Oh, I thought it was 18.
I'm well versed on killer, psycho killer shit.
You thought it was
It was low for
low
like
for
a
him.
crime
Okay.
of passion.
Got you.
Usually it's in the 30, 40 range,
fair enough.
if not higher.
Fair enough. Okay.
Sorry,
38.
I'm a sick
my,
fuck.
my fault. My fault.
Sick fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, again, that could be his, living in a bubble, ignorance. He's an ignorant asshole that doesn't realize that is happening in fucking cities all across really across the border. Look at New York.
Did he get caught?
Yeah. They caught him.
Yeah. I think that was they put his picture all over.
Yeah, they caught him.
Face was bleeding.
He was bloody in the face. Yeah. They got his ass.
Yeah, that's just a stupid fucking take.
I mean, it sounds like something I'd expect a rich white dude to say.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's right up his fucking alley. He is so privileged as not a white person, but as a rich person. He's privileged to enjoy the comforts of life. So he's too comfortable to where he can't see that some regular people are fucking struggling. It's not easy for them, and it doesn't matter that they're using a phone that was made under pressure by some underage kid.
It's a very ivory tower way to look at it, where it's like, yeah, just let them pour in. I mean, it's not like they're killing people, which they are, but I mean, should like terrorists die so that we could be safe?
Yes.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It's like, but he feels that way because he can pay for security, armed guards, and do all that shit if he wanted to.
If he need, yeah.
I'm sure he probably does at this point. Louis C.K. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's regular guy that walks around New York.
Going to Whole Foods and shit.
Yeah. Which I doubt at this point he's doing that. Because he has to be seeing like, holy shit, what's going on with the crime lately?
You think he lives in New York? I'm sure he's probably like South Carolina. He just be visiting and shit. Probably got a house.
He lives
All these people got a house in the South somewhere. They can get away
in a red state.
in a red state. Yeah.
Red city. They vacation in fucking red cities and then
Go back to their crime-ridden filth holes.
And then he makes jokes about how they suck.
Shithole cities.
Fuck out of here.